Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt like you weren't a priority for others? Have you ever had a moment when you did a great job, came up with a fantastic idea, or did something truly valuable for others, only to receive no acknowledgement for it? I understand this is tough to deal with. Unfortunately, sometimes, even when you do the right thing, look out for everyone's best interest, and make yourself available to others, people may not notice or may choose to ignore your true worth. Indeed, if you continue trying to please those who don't acknowledge your efforts, you might end up discouraged, and reversing this situation can be quite challenging. It's undeniably an unpleasant feeling, and it gets even worse when it involves someone close to you, such as family, friends, or a partner. According to Stoic philosophy, we shouldn't expect recognition from others because it's beyond our control, and such recognition might not come. Therefore, waiting for it sets you up for frustration. But what if I told you there are ways to become a priority in someone's life, to be more recognized? In fact, if you understand and apply the strategies we're about to discuss, it's quite possible to achieve this. There are steps you can take to ensure that the people you care about see you as always a priority in their lives. Now that you understand the problem, it's time to revolutionize your approach by learning the solution. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you to stay with us until the end of this discussion because every step is critical. Create the fear of loss. This is one of the most effective psychological techniques to make someone see you as a priority. People are often more motivated by the fear of losing something than by the prospect of gaining it. If you want someone to prioritize you, you need to instill the fear of losing you. To do this, start by gradually reducing your emotional availability. Share less about your feelings and confidences. Begin to invest your time in other relationships as well. This can lead to the person feeling they are no longer as significant to you as they once were. It's a potent strategy but must be employed carefully. If you distance yourself too much, they might stop trying to reconnect. Therefore, it's essential to balance this technique wisely. Avoid being always available. The principle of quality over quantity applies in many areas of life, including relationships. If you aim to be a priority in someone's life, you might need to become less accessible. The more available you are, the more likely you are to be taken for granted. This doesn't mean you should only be available at your convenience, but if you're constantly adjusting and accommodating others, it's time to prioritize yourself. Showing that you have a life beyond them, and that you're not just waiting around, will make them value your presence more. Maintain some mystery. People are generally drawn to the enigmatic and mysterious. A fascination with the unknown can be compelling and often makes people feel more connected. In the realm of relationships, being somewhat mysterious can work to your advantage. If you wish to be seen as a priority, don't reveal everything about yourself right away. Share tidbits about your hobbies and interests without giving away too much. Answer questions in a way that leaves something to the imagination and avoid getting too deep into your past. The goal is to keep the other person intrigued, wanting to learn more about you over time. Encourage their investment in you. This is a delicate step that must be managed thoughtfully and sparingly, as the aim is not to push people away but to draw them closer. Consider this: who is more likely to see you as a priority? Someone who has invested a lot in you or someone who hasn't? The answer is clear. To make someone see you as a priority, you need to allow them to invest in you. This can be achieved in various ways, such as allowing them to dedicate their time and effort to you. Show that your time is valuable and not always readily available. This approach sends the message that you're not just anyone and that they need to put in more effort to earn your time. This will make them view you as a challenge and start to prioritize you more. Remember, moderation is key for this technique to be effective. Prioritize your own needs, this doesn't mean being selfish. Prioritizing your own needs simply means not placing yourself in a situation where you're not a priority. For instance, if you know someone won't treat you the way you deserve, why would you want to be close to that person? By surrounding yourself with people who see you as a priority, you increase your chances of being seen as one. It's crucial to remember that you can't control another person's feelings towards you. You can only control how you feel about yourself. If you want to be a priority in someone's life, ensure you're a priority in your own. Don't make them the center of your universe. It's a well-known fact that people are often more attracted to what they can't have. The more someone feels they need to work for something, the more they desire it. The saying, "the grass is always greener on the other side," symbolizes people's tendency to be more captivated by what they don't possess. This applies to interpersonal relationships as well. Hence, this step emphasizes keeping this wisdom in mind when dealing with others. It encourages you to maintain a certain distance so that people become more attracted to your presence. This conveys the message that you're not desperate for their attention, and over time, they will value you more. Refrain from initiating communication constantly. If you find yourself always initiating contact with someone significant in your life, it might be time to reconsider your approach. This might seem counterintuitive because, to become a priority in someone's life, shouldn't you be the one to initiate contact? The answer is no. When you're always the one making the effort to communicate, the other person begins to take you for granted. They become accustomed to your efforts and start to see you as less important. So, what's the alternative? Simply pause your usual pattern of reaching out and observe the outcome. If the other person genuinely cares about you, they will make the effort to initiate contact. Cultivate your own happiness. If you aim to be a priority in someone's life, it's essential to find happiness independently and not rely on them for your joy. While it's wonderful to have someone who makes you feel good, basing your happiness on their presence can lead to disappointment. Moreover, when we rely on others for happiness, we're not truly living our lives. We're living according to their schedule and priorities, which can foster resentment. To be a priority in someone's life, focus on creating your own happiness. This not only makes you happier in the long run but also makes you more attractive to others because you appear more balanced and self-assured. Be willing to walk away. The thought of walking away from someone we care about can be daunting, but it's a crucial step. By demonstrating that you're not afraid to walk away, you send a strong message that you will not settle for less than you deserve. The right person will naturally see you as a priority and make an effort to keep you in their life. Always remember, it's within your control to do the right thing. Therefore, you should take pride in your actions, knowing they are correct in the eyes of others. Don't expect to always be acknowledged or recognized, and don't anticipate that people will always give you the value you deserve. With time, people will naturally begin to recognize your worth as you deserve. In conclusion, to summarize the logic behind these 9 steps on becoming a priority in other people's lives, please pay close attention until the end. We've all experienced moments where we felt overlooked or not prioritized. However, it's important to remember that our journey in life is unique, and other people's priorities may not reflect our true worth. Instead of letting these situations impact our self-esteem, we can use them as opportunities for personal growth. The key is to prioritize ourselves, taking care of our happiness and well-being. Eventually, others will begin to notice and give you the value you deserve. And remember, even when others don't place you at the top of their list, you can and should prioritize yourself. This isn't selfishness, it's self-compassion and self-determination. By doing so, we can foster healthier relationships, make decisions more aligned with our goals, and lead a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you found this content rewarding for your life, here are 2 videos I recommend watching next. See you soon.